Namaskar. Have you noticed something different about India's young people recently? For the first time in a long time, thousands of Gen Z students came together, not for a festival or for a concert, but to make their voices heard. At Jantar Mantar, they protested over concerns about fairness and accountability in the education system. What stood out to me was that the protests remained largely peaceful and were driven by the students themselves. Then came Sonam Wangchuk. Many of us remember him as the education reformer who inspired Three Idiots. His decision to go on a prolonged fast gave the movement national attention and reminded many Indians of the power of peaceful protest. The government responded with talks, assurances, and promises of reforms. Supporters believe the movement forced those in power to listen. Others say that real test will only be when these promises really translate into lasting changes. As a mother of Gen Zs myself, I watched all of this with hope. Hope not because every protest is right or every government is wrong. That's not the point at all. But because young people chose to participate instead of remaining silent. In a democracy, citizens have the right to ask difficult questions. Governments have a duty to listen. And protesters should have the maturity to remain peaceful and respectful. And that is how a democracy is supposed to work. Democracies, in my opinion, become stronger not when one side defeats the other, but when institutions respond with transparency and citizens engage responsibility. Now, whether these protests lead to real change or not, one thing is clear. India's youth are no longer waiting to sit on the sidelines. They care about their future and they are prepared to speak up for it. As parents, maybe our job isn't to tell them what to think. It is to encourage them to think for themselves, express their opinions reasonably, and never stop believing that positive change is possible. Because the future of India won't be decided only in Parliament. It will also be shaped by the young people who care enough to participate. Namaskaram and Jai Hind.